Simple Solutions Lesson 22. Number 1, square root of 58 is between, and it wants to know. So to figure out the between, you determine the before and the after. So use your calculator and compute the square root of 57, then the square root of 59. Those are the before and the after, and you will see that it falls between 7 6/10 and 7 7/10. Okay? Number 2, we were told that a container holds pink, white, and black marbles. The probability of randomly choosing a pink marble is 1/3, and the probability of choosing a white marble is 1/4. If there are 3 dozen marbles in the container, how many are black? So using our reasoning skills and what we know, 3 dozen marbles equals 36 marbles. So 1/3, the denominator, indicating our total, but that's a simplified form. We have an actual number now, 36. So 3 times 12 will give us 36. So we also multiply our 1, our numerator, times 12 for 1236. Same thing with the white marbles, 1/4. Our total is actually 36. So 4 times 9 will give us 36. We multiply 1 times 9 also for a total of 36. So 12 out of 36 are pink, 9 out of 36 are white. 12 plus 9 is 21, of course, meaning 36 minus 21 equals 15. Our remaining black marbles have the count of 15. Okay? Number 3, is the square root of 5 rational or irrational? You may enter that into your calculator. Irrational. Number 4, Sabrina used 5/8 of a case of soda to fill 1/4 of the soda machine. How many cases does it take to fill the entire machine? Write your answer as a mixed number. So for our visual learners, we can actually create a little area model. And we know she filled 1/4 of the machine, so we'll create an item with 4 sections. 1/4. These are 1/4 increments. Okay? And there are 4 of them. But she only filled 1/4 at a volume of 5/8. So she actually needs to do that 4 times. So you can see it. And to write it as an equation is actually 5/8 times 4. Write it as a fraction, 4/1. 28 is a greater than 1, but if we write it as a mixed fraction, we will have 2, because 8 goes into 22 times, with 4 left over, so that's 4/8, and we simplify 2 1/2. Okay, all right. Number 5, square root of 16, rational or irrational? Square root of 16 is 4. That's a perfect square. Stops right there, whole number. So it is rational. Okay, number 6. Use long division to write 7/9 as a decimal. So numerator, denominator as a long division problem, 9 divided into 7. Well, we need to put a decimal there and a 0 because we're going to need more places. And we can divide 9 into 70. 7, we have 63. We'll bring down another 7. So we'll add a 0. Bring that down another 7. Oh wait, 63. What's happening here? It won't stop. There should have been a 0 brought down there too. Well, you see what's going on. This is going to repeat. So we can write this as 7/10 with the repeating bar. Okay, decimal form. Moving on to number 7. Was the second shape rotated or reflected? So in your book, there's a picture. You have two shapes there. Using a protractor, find the measure of angle C and record it in the box. Which angle of the second shape is congruent to angle C? Measure it to confirm. So you're going to need a protractor to measure. So first of all, which transformation? Rotated or reflected? This figure was rotated. And if you used your protractor for a measure of angle C, you should have measured 110 degrees. And the equivalent or corresponding angle for angle C is angle W. Okay, moving on to number 8. Keegan had a lot of homework this week. He completed 3 1/4 pages of math, 2 2/3 pages of English, and 4 1/6 pages of social studies. How many pages of homework did Keegan complete? Let's write those values down. 3 1/4 plus 2 2/3 plus 4 1/6. So you want a total. These each have different denominators. We want to add, we add with same denominators. So we need to find a common denominator. 4, 3, 6. Let's choose 12. So 3, denominator of 12. 4 times 3 will equal 12. So you also multiply it times the numerator. That's 3/12. Plus 2 and our denominator of 12. 3 times 4 will equal 12. Also multiply 4 times the numerator, 8. Plus 4 and 12. Oh, that's where I want to go. So 6 times 2 is 12. So we have to do that times the numerator. Now we can add. We can add our whole numbers first. 3 plus 2 is 5. 4 is 9. And now we can add our numerators. 3 plus 8, 11. Plus 2 is 13. We have 13/12. So as you see, we still have our whole number in a greater than 1 fraction, which means we can pull a whole out of there, 12/12. So this will equal 10 and 1/12 homework pages. Okay? Okay. Let's move on to 9. Write and solve an equation to find 3 consecutive integers whose sum is 66. We don't know which 3 consecutive integers they are, so that will be our x. 3 consecutive. Our first integer, we don't know. It is x. Plus the next integer consecutive to x would be x plus 1. Plus the next integer consecutive to x would be x plus 2. All of that equaling 66. So we can combine like terms. There are 3 x's, so that's 3x, 1 and 2. 1 plus 2 is 3, equals 66. Subtract 3 from both sides. 3x equals 63. Divide both sides by 3. X equals 21. But it asks for 3 consecutive integers. So we have 21, which means the next integer is 22. And the next is 23. 21. 21 plus 1 is 22. And 21 plus 2 is 23. Oh, there you go. Okay, moving on. 10. Again, back to Unit 1, Geometry Properties. 2 parallel lines, A and B. So A parallel to B. 2 parallel lines are intersected by another line, transversal. Find the measures of x, y, and z. Remember the relationships of supplementary and vertical angles. Okay, so if you apply relationship of supplementary angles, angles that when added together equal 180, and we know a straight line forms 180 degrees. So if this angle is 80, and the total is actually 180, to determine x, 180 minus 80 equals 100. x equals 100. If x is 100, x and z, think about their relationship. If you are thinking or saying those are vertical angles, you are correct, and vertical angles are congruent. So by the property of congruency of vertical angles, x is 100 and z equals 100. Oh, look, y and this angle of 80 degrees are also vertical angles. So by property of vertical angles, y equals 80 degrees. Okay? Awesome. 11. A savings account pays 0.5% simple interest per year. Anna opens an account and deposits $600. After that, she does not withdraw or deposit any more money. How much will be in the account after 1 year? Well, we know she deposited $600. And there is an interest of 0.5%. But we want to know the total after 1 year, and this is simple interest. So what we need to do is divide multiply 600 times 0.5%, then add the 600 plus that amount to determine our new amount, or Anna's new amount. So first we'll convert the 0.5% to a decimal. So 0.5% is the same as saying 0.5%. And then in order to convert that to, need to move our decimal 2 places. I'm going to get rid of the percent sign, so it's actually 0.005. And we multiply that times 0.005 equals 3. And you add that to her original amount for a total of $603. Poor Anna. Okay, problem number 12. The volume of the prism is 180 centimeters squared. What is the measure of the edge? So, looking at your picture, you have a height of 3 centimeters, a length of 10 centimeters, and a width of t centimeters. And we're asked to measure the edge, and the edge is the t, so we're solving for t. So first of all, we need to know that the area of a rectangular prism is length times width times height. So 3 centimeters times 10 centimeters times t centimeters. And that all equals 180 centimeters. We're just going to work with our numbers and not our units. So 3 times 10 times t. 3 times 10 is 30. 30 times t is 30t equals 180. Divide both sides by 30. T equals 6. So our measurement of the edge is t centimeters equals 6 centimeters. 6 centimeters. There we go.